our country. Tomorrow, we have to decide which country we want to buy.
Jeremy Irons plays a character named Simon, and he's come back to play a game with John McClane.
Simon says there's a significant amount of explosive in the trash receptacle next to you.
It's a textbook megalomaniac of Simon playing games with other people's heads.
Try to run, and it goes up now.
Nobody's gonna run, but I got 100 people out here.
He is in the catbird seat.
Do I have your attention?
He's definitely a vicious killer because he blows up buildings without regard for who might get hurt.
I suppose one of the things that attracts me about Simon is that you don't know what makes him tick, what he's about.
You can begin. McClane and the Samaritan will go to the subway station of 72nd and Broadway. Failure to answer will constitute non-compliance. Do you understand?
He's very wily. He's sarcastic.
He's a sort of a planner, a control freak. Doesn't get dirty.
As I was going to St. Ives, I met a man with 7 wives. Every wife had 7 sacks. Every sack had 7 cats. How many were going to St. Ives? Call me in 30 seconds or die.
He sets up these very strange and witty kinds of riddles for us to solve, or else a bomb will go off.
There's a bomb in the trash! Go!
Or he puts fake bombs in places and sends us after them.
He's a guy who lays false trails, which is something I've been used to doing in other characters.
Detective Bob Thompson, City Engineer's Office.
The director, John McTiernan, saw my album cover and thought, German terrorists. And he said, come to New York, and would you like to be in this movie? I get to maim and kill quite a lot in this movie. They were very, very careful with the guns and the stunts. And the stunt people, I think so far have been my favorite people. I think they're fascinating because they're so soulful, and I think they were some of the most interesting people to talk to on the set.
Simon doesn't fire guns very much. He has a lot of other people who do that for him. I asked someone how I held a gun and looked as if I'd always done it.
Go and take a sleep decanter out.
The great thing about this script is there are some twists in it.
Oh, God, I love this country.
I think he's fascinated that this very ordinary New York cop seems to be so persistent.
Would you help Mr. McClane below? Careful now.
His respect for him grows and grows because he will not be shook off.
I thought this was a currency exchange.
He's one of those guys who, maybe a bit like our director, John McTiernan, gets a little bored with the ordinariness of life and likes to pep it up a bit.
I think he's dead, my dear.
He's an interesting criminal. Not that I'm saying McTiernan is a criminal.
Here we go. Quiet, please, and roll.
Well, we were incredibly fortunate getting Jeremy.
Pick up the cuts.
I love John. John is one of the main reasons I did the movie.
Gets in the right order.
He is very sensitive as an actor's director. He is very experienced as a technical director.
Tilt down a little.
You know, I think he's one of the top. And to have a chance to see a man like that working is great.